tell you straight away, in lane 5, it's Greece, Spain, Germany, Poland, Great Britain and Northern Ireland, France, the world champions, the Ukraine, and the very powerful Russians out in lane 8. Well, Great Britain are being led off by Susan Deacon, formerly Susan Burnside. She married 400-meter runner Jared Deacon a little while ago. Amy Spencer, still a junior athlete. She goes on leg number 2 down the back straight. Jeanette Kwachi goes on the 3rd leg and finally brought home by Joyce Madawaka, who came 4th in the 100 meters here. So, in some respects, an experimental British team, and let's just confirm what they have to do. As Colin was saying, it's 44.27, not to qualify, but to get within what we think is going to be the zone of qualification. If they don't do it today, they've got another chance tomorrow. One thing the guys didn't mention was the fact that one of Britain's best sprinters, Abiodun Ayapatan, is not here. So whether she is going to be fit for the chance to qualify next week, we'll have to wait and see. There's Amy Spencer, former sports personality of the year for a junior, a young sportsman or woman. Amy Spencer, outstanding junior athlete, very good over 200 meters, but taking that traditional long leg down the back straight. Now she'll hand over to another very good youngster, Jeanette Kwachi, who has the responsibility of bringing the baton around that bottom bend and then handing over to one of the most experienced sprinters Great Britain has ever had, Joyce Madawaka, who did produce a very good 100-meter sprint earlier on today by taking 4th place. Outside them, they have probably the strongest team in the world at the moment, the French. And 3/4 of the team that won that World Championship are here. There's only Patricia Girard, who led the French off in their World Championships, who's not here. She's been replaced by Veronique Mang, who won a non-scoring 100-meter race here. She hands over to European 200-meter champion Muriel Hertis, then to Sylviane Felix, and finally to the brilliant Christine Aron, who won the 100 meters earlier on this afternoon. Now, just a slight problem with the start. There won't be any false starts given there. There's the Greeks, and there is Susan Deacon, obviously feeling the pressure just a little bit. I just wonder if they have got one eye on qualification. There is the French team confirmation, Mang to Hertis, to Felix, to Aron. They've got to get points on the board here. Forget about Olympic qualification if you can. The most important thing with the Britons down in 8th place overall is to get big points, as big as possible. And a time of 44.227-ish would certainly be enough, we think, to take them to those Olympic Games where they would start in the semi-final. So it's Greece, Spain, Germany, Poland, Great Britain, France, Ukraine, Russia. Well, a pretty good start by Susan Deacon. The French are streaking away just at the moment, and just inside the Britons, Poland going well too. But at the moment, it's clearly France, the world champions, in the lead. And the very strong, tall Muriel Hertis is absolutely blazing a trail down the back straight. And the French streaking away from everybody else. Amy Spencer goes for Great Britain, handing over to Jeanette Kwachi. Now, where has that baton gone? The French it is, and the very powerful Russians outside them in lane 8. There's Jeanette Kwachi, hands over to Joyce Madawaka. The French are coming away, though, being chased down by the Russians. But it's Christine Aron for the French. Russia in 2nd place, Ukraine in 3rd, and where are Great Britain? Well, they're way, way back in 8th place, and I don't really think they're going to achieve the time that we mentioned right at the beginning, 44.27. Don't know whether we've got an unofficial clock on them, Stuart, but that looked as though it could be a very tough qualification if the British team can't get a move on.
Well, it was the change between Amy Spencer and Jeanette Kwachi, I think, on that second change that was the one that caused the problem, and really lost an awful lot of ground there. And as they were going into the 3rd 100 right from the start, the French were away, but certainly Susan Deacon was really finding it very tough indeed. The French were absolutely flying at this stage, and the pole, the Brisky, going well right on the inside, and there's the pole coming through. And right on the bar. Now let's have a look at this changeover. This is the one we want to have a look at between Amy Spencer and Jeanette Kwachi. There, missed, hand missed, stopped, stuttered, and then went again, and that's the reason that the yardage or the meterage was lost there. And poor Jeanette Quachi had real problems getting into a run and handing it over to Joyce Madouak without much chance at all. Britain way down. The French absolutely clear from the Russians in second place, the Ukraine in third. And whilst Madouak ran well, it was not enough.